I'm rolling in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Johnny Reviews. Here, I'm Johnny, and I do have the same guest that I had last week, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, on this side of the table, he loves rubbing lamps. He loves magic carpet rides. And you've never had a friend like him. Ladies and gentlemen, on the other side of the table, we got Chris Miner.
Man, it is so good to be back.
I know, man. It's good to have you back.
Thanks for having me back, man. I felt so honored. Because, especially we're talking about this movie because, Disney's back with their live-action remakes. It's back in the desert.
Yeah.
It's a movie starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Prince of Persia, Santa Time. It's going to be a great talk. I cannot wait to talk about it.
And this is why I had him back, folks.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I got you, man. So today we're going to be talking about this new movie that just came out. And it's Disney's version of Aladdin. So,
absolutely.
We all know the story of Aladdin. We're just going to be talking about it, what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it, our overall thoughts of it, and we're just going to get right into it. So, Chris Miner, let's talk about what we liked.
Okay.
What'd you like?
Okay, so, going into this movie, there was a lot of backlash due to the whole Will Smith is the genie because they're like, oh yeah, Robin Williams, you
Right.
can't replace Robin Williams, and absolutely you can't.
No, you can't.
But
of course.
Going into this, the trailers weren't that great,
Right.
Especially the first few where they had no line of dialogue at all. But thankfully, they came out with more trailers talking about more dialogue. You can actually see what the characters are doing, what they're saying, and that's what got people excited and whatnot. But overall, I really liked this movie.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the backlash worried me, and they didn't let the review embargo until the day before or a couple days before. That's a red flag right there. But I liked it overall. It was a very fun time. It's not a perfect movie by any means, but
You're not wrong there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even then, like I said, we all know the story of Aladdin. This is just the live action version of it.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think about the story, the acts and how it kind of? My controversy was the whole first act was pretty much rushed through.
Yeah, it was kind of rushed. Yeah.
Yeah.
They basically throw you in the movie, saying, "Oh yeah, you've seen Aladdin probably."
Aladdin. It's like you kind of already know.
Yeah, you've seen Aladdin probably. Yeah. Here it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what they basically do in the beginning when. I think we'll get in that cons later about that, but
So and then even the directors and the actors, what'd you think about them?
Guy Ritchie, he directs. Our roommate just said earlier, he was he directs middle tier movies more or less, and he's not the best director that people want to do. Guy Ritchie's not my first choice, but I thought he did a pretty good job with this one because. The Aladdin animated is a fast-paced movie.
It is a fast-paced movie.
So you're kind of getting the right direction with Guy Ritchie. And overall, with the acting and stuff, some were better than others. But I think the person who sold the movie was Will Smith as Genie.
Yeah, and I think it could, I'm not saying he held the movie together.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could have been all right even without him. But I think his comedic, it reminded me a lot of him as Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. His style of comedy there, it worked perfectly well in there. And that's one of the biggest things is that I liked is that I put Will Smith versus Robin Williams, just kind of alluding to he added his twist of what his genie would be.
Yeah,
and I love that about him. And
he's not so focused on trying to be like Robin Williams.
Yeah.
He's trying to make it his own.
Of course, yeah.
Make it his own,
Yeah, Robin Williams stood alone. He is an iconic genie, and I think growing up that was our genie.
Yeah,
and
you can't replicate that at all.
Yeah, and kids loved it. I was in there, and the kids were laughing. They were that humor worked perfectly well because it was today's humor.
Yeah,
and that part where even dressed up like a woman or whenever he's you're out of the 10,000 years I have been a genie.
Yeah, with the awkward, because today is about the awkward humor and all that, and they nailed it, especially with the jam scene.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. That whole scene right
Which,
there.
Which, by the way,
funny.
after this, I am expecting you to give me 3 jars of jam.
3 jars.
Maybe
jars 5.
Of jam.
I'll go 5 jars.
Okay.
Are you okay with 5?
5 is fine. Yeah, that's
good.
fine. I'll let it slide.
Okay. This time, I'll let it slide.
Yeah.
And the humor worked. I think just even being in the movie theater and hearing everybody just laugh and everybody enjoying themselves, that's the one thing that I really loved about Will Smith being in this movie, and like having that comedic role is hard to really adapt to, especially like having big shoes to fill with Robin Williams.
Right.
But he knocked it out of the park, I say, and that's one big thing that I loved about this movie.
Right, and like also another good thing with the with Will Smith as Genie is I love seeing like, because I was kind of scared that Genie wouldn't do the whole like, he would like pull inanimate objects and do random stuff like create with magic. I was worried they weren't going to do that with this movie, but they actually did, and it actually looked pretty cool.
Yeah,
because
I was about to say, are you about to say you didn't like it?
Yeah, no, I really liked it.
Yeah.
Also, another person who really like was awesome in the movie was I really like Naomi Scott as Jasmine. She did a really good job.
About to be a lot of controversy up in here.
Okay, well.
Yeah, so for those of you that didn't know, like this whole premise of her being white and, it just, I don't know. She did very well. Like, even though it's supposed to, they're trying to make it as authentic as they can, I don't have a problem with it. And a lot of people, there's a lot of backlash, I'd say, in social media that has her, what was her name again?
Naomi Scott.
Naomi Scott? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the Pink Power Ranger playing Jasmine. Mm-hmm. And, I thought she knocked it out of the park.
She did a great job.
I don't have any problems with her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like even just thinking about it, I'm
you're just not too fond of the casting,
right?
How I should have, because literally everyone else is Indian in the movie except Will Smith is
yeah,
Indian.
Like,
clearly,
clearly.
Yeah, they even got an Indian tiger, Indian monkey, all that, and I will say also Nasim Pedrad as the mother was hilarious.
Dude, that was funny.
Every scene she was in, I had a big smile on my face the entire time. She was hilarious. Because she's a very funny actress because she was an SNL alum too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. Like the SNL skits that she did, they were perfect.
And
really funny.
She had that one little role in Curb Your Enthusiasm. We'll talk about that later. But she was the best part on that episode. Yeah, she's a very funny person.
That's also thing that a lot of people can say that they didn't like it. I mean, you're going to hear a lot on the social media, whether it be Will Smith can't live up to Robin Williams, or the whole white thing. And
bunch of jabronis, man.
I mean, for this movie, kind of like for a live action movie, this worked awesome. Like it was really well done.
The movie even like doing some subtle hints as a paid tribute to Robin Williams.
Of course, Yeah. Oh yeah, when they brought out the thing and it was his genie. Like, I remember that one.
Yeah, they brought out that and like when they were singing "Friend Like Me," which we'll get to the music also.
That's one thing.
The very last note they had, instead of like Will Smith singing the last note holding it out, they had Robin Williams do it.
Yeah,
which that was great.
Great.
It was awesome.
Like that, all that did like it was. It was good timing for all of that. I mean, for this movie, even though thinking like live action is taking over for Disney right now. I mean, we can talk about all these new movies coming out, and we'll rate them later on, guys.
And I see why they're doing it too, because like, if they don't make these movies, they lose the properties,
right.
And also
like this isn't also like Aladdin's story is not Disney.
Exactly.
Movie.
Right.
That's what either people
and also
don't
you have
know.
the technology for it now to make whatever, because they're making
like,
a Lady and the Tramp movie for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So like you can make virtually any movie you want now. That's live action.
Which one? The Jungle Book was done with just all green screen.
Literally one actor.
One actor
performing. Everyone else motion capture.
I can't wait till he gets older and he actually talks about that experience, like how he had nothing but just like the imagination.
And you see the set photos. Is this like him in a green screen?
Yeah. That's all you get, and that's really cool. And this is why I liked all of the CGI. I don't know how you felt about the CGI. Like
it was hit and miss for me.
What parts? Do you know?
Like some of it was like too cartoony looking. Yeah, like it looked too fake.
Yeah, remember that telescope scene where
stuff like that.
I was thinking, is this the way it's gonna be? Like like very out of the blue, just kind of
like the CGI they had for Genie. Was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made sense for him.
CGI had to have for Raja
too.
and Abu and Iago. Pretty good. Yeah. But anyway, back to the music with the movie. I thought it flowed naturally. It flowed great because like they tried, because they had Will Smith. He sings two of the songs in the movie. Friend Like Me and Prince Ali. They had the bits of hip hop in there like Will Smith's music would do, and it worked for me.
Yeah.
It flowed naturally because some musicals like it they would like start talking, and next thing you know, they start singing out of nowhere.
Yeah.
This one, like you had slow build up with the musical cues, and it just worked.
And see, like people love these movies now. Whether it just be like a Disney property, dude, Disney's a fucking empire.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But like,
they're gonna buy me at some point. So
I mean, we pretty much
they kind of did buy us in a way.
In a way,
but they didn't buy us. We give them money.
Oh god,
which
dude,
is my goodness. Yeah. Okay,
so
that's another podcast, right?
No, bro. So what did you think about the Jafar character? I mean, that's the reason why I brought up that one.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't like him?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. My thing with the whole Jafar character was like, look at that. I think he should be a much older person.
Dude, he would look so much more menacing, I think.
Yeah.
The high squeaky voice he had. That's one
thing
I
think
didn't
would
like.
have been a good Jafar?
What?
The guy who played Dennis Feinstein on Parks and Rec.
Oh, man.
Because he's older.
I never thought about that one, actually.
He's older. He can play a good dick,
Fucking dick.
Yeah, he can be a good dick. Him...
Like a huge dick.
Like a huge dick, yeah.
Dick.
He also has to have a huge dick to play Jafar too. I've heard stories that Jafar, the animators, like I have sources that said the animators that did that Jafar, you can't see it very much, but he's a big dick.
He's big dick.
Pretty big dick, yeah.
Yeah, and that's also like even the climax scene. That was a little controversial. Yeah. That right there. The whole climax scene didn't. I don't think it lived up to even the animated version.
Not at all.
The whole snake scene wasn't in there, and no one knew what to expect.
There was not even a hint of that.
Nope,
in this
not
movie.
at all. And I was like thinking like, oh, okay,
you barely got Jafar genie.
Yeah,
you barely got that.
Barely.
And like like I said, he comes across as whiny more as anything in this movie, and he's I don't know, it was a miscast. I thought.
Yeah.
I no disrespect to the actor.
What's his name? Do you even know his name?
Yeah. His name was Marwan Kenzari.
Gonzari
is his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to him whatsoever, but like I think it was just a miscast. By the casting.
And it's I think maybe because it's like animated, they can make him look more menacing, but live action, I don't. And
even the character in the animated was more menacing.
Yeah.
Because hell, he was gonna kill Jasmine in an hourglass, like suffocating, and none of that.
All that is tough to kind of replicate, and I guess what they wanted to do is make it stand alone, make it to the source material.
That's another pro I had with this movie.
What?
And with these Disney live action remakes, what I like when they do is like when they do different takes on things, or they try to embellish the story just a little bit. Like I liked how Genie had a love interest with Nasim Pedrad.
Okay.
I liked that a lot.
It flowed.
It flowed.
I love that. For it being a Disney story, people would love a happy ending, and that even having that whole last wish, and it made sense.
Yeah. And they do that, and they had the whole party scenes or whatever, so they can get Aladdin to get to know Jasmine, because as much I love the animated ones, probably my favorite out of all the Disney animated ones. Aladdin, you have to ask me. It's either a Lion King or Aladdin, which one's my favorite. But like even in the animated one,
look like Aladdin.
Yeah, you basically have like two scenes with Jasmine and Aladdin, talking and stuff. This one you had more scenes to build up to that romance, to build up to that chemistry, and adding on scenes like that, made it better.
Right. And that's what I was gonna say. Like the Aladdin version, the animated version, and the live action one really differed. Like the sly comments he would make, and that has a lot of room to kind of allude to an actual like love story. Yeah. And I love that. Like, it makes me think like, oh man, sometimes I would talk like that.
Yeah.
And that's I love that about the character when you feel more emotionally like attached, and
absolutely.
And that didn't do that for me with Jafar. Like the last scene, I just didn't think it worked out for me. And that whole idea of like the big baddie like wants to turn everything bad and like take over the world. It sometimes doesn't flow with me, but that's the thing with going into movies like this. You got to know like, okay, there's going to be smaller like people like children going in and thinking this is actually a good story. They loved it. They loved it for what it was.
Yeah. And and going off like what I just said about how they embellish and adding scenes.
Yeah.
You know, here's a hot take. I like this movie slightly more than the Beauty and the Beast.
Dude,
one.
Was that the first live action that they did?
Cinderella.
Like Cinderella, but it was like, what, 4 years later? Like
yeah, they did Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I don't remember when Cinderella came out, but
had to be like 2012,
2013
around there.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's probably wrong. You can edit that in the video.
Yeah, and like that's 2015.
Thank you.
And Duke's behind the
All
camera
right,
today,
you're
folks.
behind the camera, okay?
Yeah.
We don't need your. All right.
But thank you, Duke. Thank you for that.
Duke. I'm kidding, Duke.
Calm down.
We love Duke. You'll see him more on his Godzilla review.
Yeah, we'll have a Godzilla review, and he's going to be on here. He's coming. He's
He's
coming pretty soon.
Right. No, but my biggest problem with the Beauty and the Beast live action remake, because I watched it here in Orlando back when I had my first college program, and my one of my best friends back home, Ethan, he watched it in Memphis, and he texted me. He said, "Hey, you watch Beauty and the Beast yet?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Was it me, or was that the same fucking movie as the animated one?"
And
I sat there going, "That's a very good point." He goes, "The only thing they did different was they just added a song."
Yeah.
And like, because Jungle Book at least added. Jungle Book actually had a story, because if you think about it, the animated Jungle Book didn't really have a story.
No, it didn't.
It's only known for its songs, but this live action one actually had a flowing story.
Yeah.
And this one, it had the same story overall, but they at least added stuff different, like to make it better or worse, you know. But
yeah. So even like, talking about the music sequences, that what was your favorite one?
In this one,
yeah.
I think Prince Ali
did
it the best,
the best.
Because like there's that one beat where like Will Smith looked at the Sultan and he's like, "Hey man, I'm waiting for you.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you." Like the Will Smith humor.
Mm-hmm.
He's like in the awkward humor again. And it's like, come on, we're not gonna keep this going until I wait for you. And then the moment he did that, it just exploded. It was so much fun. Yeah.
And I agree with you on that. Like I love the I never had a friend. Like that whole scene was so great. It really, even that one Jasmine did. It was very. I
didn't like that one that much.
I didn't either.
Honest,
I didn't either. But there was like people.
By the way, Naomi Scott was a great singer.
Great singer.
Great singer.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And gorgeous as fuck.
Yeah.
But. Like what I'm trying to say is, I guess it was like a powerful song for women, I guess. And I can't speak for them, but there's a lot of people in the movie theater that were clapping for that song.
Yeah.
And it makes sense for it.
Yeah, it makes sense, but to me, like, I don't know, like it didn't really fit. For me, it just didn't fit with the overall the songs of the movie, because like at least I will say this about Beauty and the Beast, that one song they added, what's called Evermore.
Yeah.
Evermore. Yeah. Yeah, with the one that Beast sang, I think that fit with the movie, and that like fit with the tone and everything. Speechless felt like another pop song to me.
Yeah, and
personally, like a Greatest Showman type pop song.
And that's the thing. Like this story, I don't know how that song kind of alluded to her. Like
it also happened out of nowhere too.
Yeah, okay. But that's the thing about musicals too. Like they pop out. Yeah, and they're just like, okay, they go into song. And, like that's one thing where I expected it to happen, and this sort of Aladdin movie, pretty much all the music sequences, they were flawlessly done.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna have a lot of backlash when it comes to like Will Smith, doing his thing.
I think a lot of takeaways from this movie that people will see, like the music's great.
Yeah,
he nailed it with the music.
And where do you see the kind of like the future? Like, I'm not saying that there's a future for this really, but
I mean, there are 2 sequels,
there are 2. And I don't know if they're gonna go the sequel route.
No, they're not. No, Disney will never make the sequels to live action sequels. No.
Like, what is there? Is there a Hercules sequel too? Like a dude?
No.
And see that? No, there's not. Like, I'm thinking about like having stuff like this, like how is it going to relate to the park since we're already here, and just kind of thinking about that.
No, if it relates to the parks, all they're really going to do is just add merch.
That's pretty much it, right?
Merch and like Naomi Scott Jasmine doll, or Will Smith genie doll,
something like about a boo, or
it'll be like that until the movie's out of the theaters, and that'll be it. Then we'll move on to the Lion King,
And I think Lion King, dude, that one's going to be really good too.
Oh yeah,
that one
especially with Jon Favreau directing it. Yeah,
dude, that's like it's a story of its own right there.
Yeah.
Jon Favreau is a great director too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think he's
he's gonna kill it.
And
already did with Jungle Book. So.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
Hit it out of the ballpark
Yeah.
there. You know, and that's one thing where I would rate it, and I will rate it just standing on not like Aladdin animated and Aladdin. I think for a movie and what it is alone.
Yeah, like for what it is, I had a really good time with it because I think also the problem with like these live action was like I think people that would bash them all they do would compare it to the original.
Yeah,
but you can't help it.
You can't, and you can't
help it.
I mean, that's what we do with the Marvel. We do that with
you compare it with the comics and sequels. You compare it to the original. You can't help it.
Yeah, and it's just something that we all like do. We try to nitpick at what. Oh no,
this did it wrong. This
didn't fucking work. And you know, I'm like, it's for what it is. Fuck yeah. I mean, Abu looks fucking cute. Look at him.
Absolutely.
Like he's fucking.
I don't know what the.
I
like how Aladdin's staring like up there, and
up
then
there.
Abu's like zoned up. And he was trying to touch, other jewels.
Other jewels, Stealing other people's jewels.
Back to the dick conversation. Yeah.
Fucking dick.
Yeah, but what'd you think of Aladdin, played by Mina Masad?
For me, I think he made a pretty good Aladdin. Like the very and that's the word I'm gonna use for him. Like he's very sly dog. Like and it worked for me.
It took me a sec to warm up to him.
Really?
Because like the first couple scenes with him, he's like kind of like a Star Wars prequel actor. Kind of talked like this every once in a while. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, this. Then slowly he was like, I felt like he was finding himself more as the Aladdin character, as sly and ruggish and all of that.
Yeah, and I think that was just to further the story.
Also,
along.
It's not his fault, but take off the white shirt.
We wanted nipples.
We wanted Aladdin nipples.
Yeah. I mean, look at him.
See.
Look at him over here.
That's why Abu's look at him here because he look great.
He looked great.
And then he's over here like, are you kidding me?
He's shirtless.
Take off the shirt.
Man, you can't give Abu like just a vest and not give him
free Aladdin nipples. Yeah, that'd be my wish right there. I'd wish Aladdin would take off his shirt. Leave the vest on.
I mean, later on we'll have like Disney's best nipples, podcast.
Absolutely.
I think people will watch that
for sure.
And for me, I think Aladdin worked all right. Like, not very. Like he didn't stand out as much as I thought he would. Like Will Smith.
I think the supporting characters did better. Yeah. Which I also liked how they did put a more emphasis on Genie in this movie.
Yeah,
because like people remember the original one most because of Genie. Mm-hmm. Also,
they needed a big name, and I think Will Smith did a great job. Is the fucking big name. I
think it's a big con for me in this movie.
Which one?
They should have gotten a voice actor for Iago.
You think?
And had Iago talk.
Man,
I think. Look. I know.
Okay. Why?
I know people say it's too cartoony to have like a talking bird and stuff, but Gilbert Gottfried as Iago in the cartoon was great. I think.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Hi, Jafar. Like he's doing all that
so
and
funny.
stuff.
That could have been another comedic thing that they could have done. Because
Iago is like. Do you think, Duke, Iago was great in the original cartoon?
Yeah. Like, Iago added another layer.
He added another layer, like comedic relief, and stuff. But just a basic talking bird making a comment every now and then, I don't know. I didn't really like that.
Yeah, it was very choppy, I guess. Yeah. Like, that's the perfect word to use.
The editing it is a Guy Ritchie movie after all, and the editing was way too fast. Like,
too rushed.
Like the dance scene, the Aladdin dance scene.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell the editing, like, ugh.
And I think this was out of his realm of expertise.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying that as in the idea of what he like the past movies he's done, but like a musical, not something that he has like a format to follow, and not be like I think that's what they tend to do as like being script writers. They want to add their own like flavor.
And I think that's what Disney does well, like with any movie,
like creating different genres.
Yeah,
I agree
Marvel
with you
does
there.
it. Yeah. Star Wars doesn't do it that much. That's another podcast for another time.
That's very controversial because of like all of the backlash that they have like with
last
generations loving this and the new generation, and
yeah,
that creates a lot of controversy there.
Right.
And Disney's doing fucking good with these movies. Like I give a lot of props to like what it is for for the live action. They're trying to create a whole different thing, and Pixar stands on its own.
Yeah.
The whole what's the Walt Disney
Animated?
Yeah, and I think that's the one with that's Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, Walt Disney Animated Studios.
Was Moana Pixar or was that
no?
That's
Walt Disney.
Yeah, that's Walt Disney.
Yeah.
So there, and that's cool. The whole
look at you like that,
look at that.
Like,
Look at little Mickey over here too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not Christmas, but he's super cute.
Look! It was a statue I had over there, and you said to be good for decoration.
It
okay,
made good for the podcast.
It made good for the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's something that we're slowly getting to right there. Oh, and that's another one. What'd you think of that song, the Magic Carpet, and that whole scene right
Whole
there?
New World?
Beautifully
that
done. Whole did it make you feel the same way as the animated did?
Absolutely, yeah.
I think it did too, and
like I said, the original music they had in the movie, like even Will Smith singing Arabian Nights, and stuff, like I don't know, it just fit with the tone and.
Right.
It made you feel giddy like the songs in the animated series.
Yeah.
Like all the music was good, minus that Speechless song. Like leave that to Dan and Shay. You know that's their hit song. We don't need another one.
And you know it's hard to okay. And I was gonna tell you too, because do you think that they would emphasize a lot more of Will Smith's character, just due to the fact that he's a bigger actor, and do you feel like they would give him a lot more screen time?
I feel like that, yeah.
I don't know about that with other movies, but kind of alluding to Robert Downey Jr.'s character, and how much money they have to pay him to just stay in the Marvel franchise.
Yeah,
not anymore. But they spend a pretty penny, and I mean, Will Smith being this character, do you think he would want more screen time and want more?
I think as of late he's slowly phasing out because he used to be in a lot of movies, but he's slowly becoming a more secondary character. And, Suicide Squad proved that to me.
Yeah,
because I think a lot of people going into Suicide Squad, they're like, oh, it's gonna be the Will Smith show because it's Will Smith's gonna want his son to play it. He wants his son to be Harley Quinn or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
And I think he's starting to realize that he's not a leading man anymore.
It's hard to kind of get out of that role.
Yeah.
What does he have now? Gemini Man?
Gemini Man. He also has an animated movie coming out where he becomes a pigeon or something. And the pigeon looks like him. Yeah.
That's weird.
It's an animated movie. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they pulled off the.
So with all this Will Smith stuff coming out with, he's coming out with this and yada yada. I'm saying he needs to come out with another rap album. I think he'll make some money.
And make some a pretty penny on that shit.
He'll make a nice pretty penny.
And getting jiggy with it.
I guarantee he'll make a cameo in Men in Black International.
You think? Didn't he?
They'll allude to him at least.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I even probably have him as the main, the manager, the person, maybe no.
Or that's Liam Neeson. Yeah.
That's Liam Neeson's role.
No, they might just have the song.
They might have
the song. Here comes Men in Black. Yeah.
And that's cool because he started doing a lot of motivational shit. He brought up skydiving.
Yeah.
And I love listening to him. He's very inspirational.
Very inspirational. But I will not go skydiving. Absolutely.
I'm gonna go skydiving.
It's not. Then you could.
Let's go.
No.
Will Smith said so.
Absolutely not.
He'll give you 3 wishes.
No. 3 wishes.
He'll give you 3 wishes.
Okay.
You want to go?
No.
Damn it. But no, and I think even Will Smith's character alone, I think he did fairly well. So,
yeah.
And that's the thing. This whole movie, what would you rate it?
Out of 5, because
10.
Let's go 10. Okay.
10.
So out of 10 magic lamps, I would give it
10 magic lamps.
10 magic lamps.
Don't rub it though. I mean,
I'd give it.
You love rubbing lamps.
6.5 out of 10 magic lamps.
6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, to me,
why?
huh?
You want to explain why?
Yeah, because overall, I had it for what it is. It's a very fun movie. Because also I'm sure everyone had really low expectations going into it because of all the backlash and the marketing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any low expectations because the critics were saying it's a fun time, so I raised them up a bit. And I like this movie better than Dumbo.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah, I like this movie better than Dumbo.
For what Dumbo was it's not a musical. It's not, and it's what considered the golden age of Disney.
Yeah,
and that's something I think they have to know. They're not going to get box office wise, and that's the thing that we're going to talk about too. Is how do I get out of here? Is the box office, because I know from what it made. Because it was a holiday. It was a holiday week.
Yeah, Memorial Day. Yeah.
Yeah, and was it May 24th? So just considering it being just the regular weekend box office, it was 174 million. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And if you consider the Memorial Day releasing it more out there, 222 million.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. A lot of money for its opening weekend.
Fuck.
Crushes.
And that's.
And I guarantee you, it's not gonna go higher, but it's gonna make more money because the good word of mouth.
Yeah. And I know you know this
that you guys are hearing from us that we're saying it's a good movie. You should go check it out.
Yeah,
so
you should go check it out. And
it
this is the reason why we do these.
Yeah.
I love doing this because
Yeah.
I love giving people feedback on great movies for
Yeah.
what they are. And
Duke.
And like this, like this movie.
I was nicer to CP in the last video.
Yeah, it's Duke this time. I mean, it's whatever. Duke.
Okay.
Hi.
Wake up! Wake up!
But like, do you think Disney does like? I think they know what they're doing, especially with all of these that they have to juggle. Like, they have to know when a Marvel movie comes out, when a Star Wars movie comes out. Like,
Marvel. Remember, like Beauty and the Beast made over $1 billion.
Yeah, yeah,
and like that, and see, that's what I'm saying.
I think as long as you stay true to the adaptation, because a lot of people are going to be like my dad. I use my dad as an example. He didn't really like Maleficent because he figured it'd be more like a Sleeping Beauty storyline, and like they didn't really play off that, and like he was skeptical about Jungle Book because he's like, oh, they're not going to sing any of the songs in the movie, and then they do, and he liked it, you know, because he didn't like Alice in Wonderland,
but he's putting like false expectations.
I know,
on something.
I know, exactly.
And that's something that a moviegoer should not.
No,
do.
exactly. No, yeah, and I'm saying like a lot of the audience, they're gonna do that with these movies.
Yeah,
they're gonna expect it to be a shot. Because like I remember reading an article somewhere that like Jon Favreau said it's not gonna be a shot-for-shot remake of Lion King, and people were like, "What do you mean? No." And it's like, "Oh yeah, not the same voice actors. What do you know?" Yeah, they got Mufasa.
They got Mufasa. That's a big plus. I love Mufasa. I mean,
I like how we're saying it's like we're complaining about the voice actors, but they got Mufasa. They're great.
Fuck. Get rid of fucking Mufasa.
Yeah.
And like, you know, and that's the thing I wanted to talk to you about too is like the box office says a lot about a movie's credibility.
It's
and
the
what
lifeblood of the
for.
movies.
Yeah. And even though
because it makes money, you'll get a sequel.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And even though it's a good story, it might not be good like box office wise. Like
yeah, with any indication like this box office does, it's going to encourage Disney to make more live action ones. Their next one after Lion King is Mulan. Yeah, comes out next year. So.
Yeah. Oh, Mulan! I forgot about that one too.
Yeah.
Wait, 2020?
2020.
Damn.
Yeah, 2020. Yeah.
Damn.
Then
I
Lady and the
that.
Tramps. It's gonna be Disney Plus, but Lady and the Tramps coming out.
And that's another one we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about Disney Plus, so like that one later on, or we want to like we're gonna talk about the expectations and what.
Did you see their newest announcement?
No,
they're making an animated Shuri show.
Oh shit!
From Black Panther. Yeah.
Man, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
What umbrella of company will that fall? Are they gonna make a whole different one for the Disney Plus, like, or are they gonna use the same like go to Georgia and do all? You know, that's the thing I get so intrigued by that shit. Like where I'm like, dude, you making company after company, like with them buying Fox. What are they gonna do? Put it under
what's so
Vista,
funny?
Buena Vista or something?
Yeah. What's so funny? Like when I applied for extensions, like they'll ask you, have you ever been a worker
when he says
of
extension, we are DCPs.
Program. DCPs. Yeah.
So
we'll make a video about
DCPs. I know.
What's up, y'all?
What's up?
Like they ask you, like, oh, have you been a Disney cast member? And then they said, or a worker of the 21st Century Fox company.
Oh, they put that on there.
They did.
That's
like,
crazy.
did that pop up for you? Yeah, it was like, were you a member of like the Walt Disney Company or the 21st Century Fox Company? And I'm just like, oh my god,
that's weird.
I technically work for Fox now too, so
that's surreal now. So see, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it gonna stay as Fox Company or?
Yeah, I hear they're gonna keep with the same operations as like Fox Searchlight and stuff because they're just making more money.
Shit, I mean, Mickey. I mean, the mouse is just gonna run this shit.
Yeah,
like, fucking empire, dude.
Yeah.
And you know, like that, alluding to the box office and the weekend box office that it did pretty well.
They're gonna make more.
Yeah, they're gonna. Man, it's hard to juggle all of these fucking. And the only thing I am scared of, man. See, but that's the thing. Like the only thing I'm very scared of is like, you know, Universal's the kind of like the biggest competition here when it comes to the amusement parks and. Like having that premise with Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers has Six Flags, so that's who they.
And that's the thing. Like when it comes to movies, one big company just got fucking funneled into the Disney company. That leaves like what 4 big companies left. Like I think.
Paramount, Sony. Universal,
and Disney,
Lionsgate.
Lionsgate. Would they see? And that's
they
the
don't
thing.
compete that much. Yeah.
Fuck. I'm thinking I don't want it to get so stale to the point where the competition is not there.
I mean, it did take a while for Disney to buy out Fox because of the whole government issues. Because sooner or later it will be a monopoly.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, hey guys, this is gonna stop.
That's where it gets frightening. That's the shit that. One, I don't want the entertainment to stop, but two, it's just hard to actually know where the fine line is.
At this point, after buying Hulu and stuff, they're gonna
that's another one. Fuck. And we haven't even got to the streaming services there. Shit.
Who knows? The Netflix will go out, and then Disney will be like, "Hey, come to Disney Plus."
And that's the thing. They were talking about Netflix being in so much debt that they don't know how. They're spending so much money on all these new franchises.
What was that study? It was 28% of the subscribers on Netflix will back out after Disney Plus because all the Marvel stuff's going to be on there. Star Wars, they're just adding more.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Either they have to step up.
Plus, they're making more alien stuff. They're making more,
And shit, HBO. The only thing it has going for it was
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, boxing, sporting events, all that shit.
And HBO is their solution right now is they want to make more Game of Thrones spinoffs.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we're spinning off to a whole new controversy shit, and we kind of alluded out of Aladdin. But this all goes back to what Aladdin really stands for, because it tells you how far Disney will go to keep their company making money. They're siphoning money on live action movies that they've already made. What the fuck? And from that,
50 years from now, they're gonna do it again.
They're gonna do it again, probably. And probably do VR or something like that. Have your own little fucking version of it. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but that shows the power that Disney has there.
You see, I just cannot wait for my Home in the Range live action movie. I want Roseanne Barr to voice the cow again. So
I'm waiting for Chicken Little.
oh God. Okay.
Dude.
Well,
we'll
that's a good cutting point.
So guys, this is our. I mean, from what I'm gonna rate Aladdin and for what it is, I'm gonna rate it as a 7.
7. Okay.
7 sounds.
That's what I gave Pikachu.
Pikachu. And we'll rate it as that right there for what it is, and we're gonna end it there. We're just gonna end it at that note. What we initially thought about it, what we liked, what we didn't like. We rated it right there. Chris Miner, thanks for joining me for another.
Johnny Forrest, thank you for having me again.
Thanks, man. Yeah. And it's fun to have you on, man. It's just really cool. I think
absolutely.
A lot of people
it's great to come up here, giving my opinion on things, like an outlet,
Yeah, it's fun. This is fun, and I love this. So just let us know what you thought about this movie. Leave it in the comments. Say whatever you want about this movie, because I actually really loved it. I mean, for what it is. I mean, being a Disney freak, and we're fucking working for Disney right now. It just. What it is right there.
Yeah, I think down the line we should rank our favorite out of live action remakes that Disney's done, including Maleficent and stuff. We should rank this, but the preview, I'd probably put my second one.
Yeah, this is our second. This is Chris's second time that. Yeah. So I mean, the next one that we're gonna actually have, and I am gonna put it up there, is, we haven't really appreciated the fact that we live over here in Orlando and love Disney.
We do?
We do, yeah. Dude, you didn't know we lived in.
What?
No, we actually live in Memphis, Tennessee, and.
Absolutely.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers, go!
Yeah. And what dude, he has a cup.
I bought
here.
this in Memphis too. I got this in Memphis too.
Bought those. He's from.
Girlfriend got me.
He's from Memphis.
From here, so okay.
I mean, we're all from Texas, but
we're in Orlando.
We're all in Orlando.
Anyway, you were saying.
So what I'm trying to allude to is we love the parks. We love talking about Disney. We love talking really debating on what is the king.
We love a good old fashioned arguing debate.
So the next one that we're gonna actually have is we're gonna be talking about which park is the best park, and Chris Miner's going to be on here, Duke, and we're going to have either Andrew or CP, I don't know yet, but we're going to have a panel, and we're just going to debate on which one is king. Guys, thank you for joining for another episode of Johnny Reviews. Comment, subscribe, hit that like button. Thank you, guys. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye-bye, guys.
Later, guys.